What's going on, Jerome? So as we know, Justin frickin' Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the National Football League and a potential generational talent, a potential future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a complete game changer, offensive player of the year, and all that stuff. Oh, but the Vikings were 1-7 when he was in. Shut up. Shut your face. Outside of the Eagles game last year, maybe. You cannot say plausibly that Justin Jefferson cost his team a game, or the team's chances of winning were lessened because Justin Jefferson was in the lineup. It was just absolutely stupid, fooled by randomness, but whatever. And even with the hamstring injury last year, Justin Jefferson has broken several records during his first 4 seasons in the game, and he's proving to be one of the best young studs at receiver, as well as on a potentially historic pace. And yes, he does deserve to get his money. And I mean, frankly, you wonder what's the holdup. Why hasn't Justin Jefferson been named the highest paid receiver in NFL history? We'll get into that. That's for a separate video. But of course, all of the talk with JJ's extension and future up in the air is, should the Vikings trade Justin Jefferson? Especially in a very deep-ass wide receiver class, especially in a spot where the Vikings could get their quarterback of the future. Would it make sense to roll the dice and trade Quay? I tried to combine Quasey and trade, and it came out Quay. Doesn't matter. But trading Justin Jefferson, I'm still in the camp of no. Like, I feel like you don't get better by trading your young superstars that you've grown in-house. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And every single receiver that you would draft to potentially replace Jefferson, you hope that he's 50 cents on the dollar. Right? Probably not going to happen there. But ESPN's Aaron Schatz did up a 2024 NFL offseason bold moves, trades, and free agency draft for all 32 teams. And of course, with the Vikings, it's not signing Justin Madubuike. It's not signing Christian Wilkins. It's, hey, trade Justin Jefferson. So this is what Schatz wrote. Quote, "This would truly be a bold move because Jefferson is a great receiver." That's like saying like Mozart, put together some notes. It's ridiculous, man. This suggestion is not to belittle Justin Jefferson's abilities. Oh, Riri. Oh, he's great. Oh, please. He is ranked in the top 12 for wide receiver DVOA in all 4 of his NFL seasons. Oh, well, if DVOA, your proprietary stat says so, great. And he was in the top 3 for total value in his 3 healthy seasons, i.e. not 2023. However, Jefferson's salary just ballooned to $19.7 million because of his 5th-year option in 2024, and it's going to be higher than that if the Vikings can sign him to a long-term extension. He's also making noise that he wants to know the team's future quarterback plans before he signs that extension. Why is that a problem? Why is that a big deal? Also, it's not like the quarterback position isn't going to be solved here in the next couple of weeks, whether Kirk is back in free agency or the Vikings draft one. I think it's financially prudent for JJ to do that before he signs away his prime. It's ridiculous. He probably wants Kirk Cousins back. Cousins had one of his best half seasons 2023, but giving him another long-term deal at age 35 might not be the best decision for Minnesota's future. Also, you notice that on ESPN articles, the box that has links to other articles is always in the body of when they're talking about the Vikings. Now, yes, it could be because Minnesota M is sort of near the middle of the piece usually, but it's weird. It's weird. It's almost like subtle passive aggressive disrespect. It's like, oh, I know you're reading about the Vikings. Here, why don't you read something better? So why not just go for the total reset? Trade Jefferson for a couple of high draft picks. Use one of them to draft as replacement, the same way the Vikings trade away Stephon Diggs and use the pick they got in return to draft Jefferson. Perhaps that pick can be used on a young quarterback or trade up for a better young quarterback. Meanwhile, shaving Cousins, which... It's such a weird thing. I don't think that's recommended, shaving your cousin. And Jefferson off the team's salary ledger will allow the Vikings to sign a number of free agents to improve other positions, building a team that's ready to compete once they figure out their quarterback situation, presumably with a youngster in either 2024 or 2025. So here's what you do. You don't pay your young superstar, and then you pay overinflated prices in the open market for other teams' superstars that they let walk, and then you hope that you can bring it all together, and guess what? The Vikings will probably just be a wide receiver away. That's what happens. Now, I would not be down for trading Jefferson outside of anything in the top 3. So basically what it comes down to is, like, hypothetically, if you were to trade Jefferson, I mean, the commies seem to be good to go at receiver, but of course, Magic Johnson and Showtime. You're not trading him to the Bears. You don't want to face him twice a year. I mean, the Patriots at 3 could be plausible, but also the Patriots need a lot of help. And if they're not in on whatever third quarterback is left, why not just take Marvin Harrison Jr. on his rookie deal? And he is a couple years younger than JJ. And you could say that the Patriots are not a Justin Jefferson away from competing anytime soon. So that's ridiculous. The Cardinals, maybe. But also, if the Cardinals are in a spot where, even if Harrison is off the board at 3 and the Vikings want to trade up to 4 to get whatever the third quarterback is left, why doesn't Arizona just take Malik Neighbors? If we're just going skull SU in terms of, again, like Harrison Jr., having a younger receiver on his rookie deal. Yes, you're betting on potential. And yes, Neighbors and Harrison Jr. haven't set foot on an NFL field, and Justin Jefferson is a transcendent talent. But I do think that the fact that the Patriots and the Cardinals are in a little bit of disarray right now and need to rack up and stack up some more talent, that doesn't really make sense. But, I mean, I'm not trading Jefferson for... unless you absolutely get blown away by an offer. Like, we're talking about, at minimum, two first-round picks and probably a second-rounder, or 2 first-round picks and a starter. And one of the first-rounders has to be a high draft pick. So, that's really the only way that we're should even be considering a Justin Jefferson trade, where it's like, hey, if you can trade JJ where you're going to be able to find your quarterback of the future, so i.e. high in this year's draft, not gambling on next year, not worrying about that, but if you're able to get into the top 3 and get your guy, whether it's a direct trade or using draft capital that you get in trade to be able to move up, maybe. And yes, this is a deep wide receiver class, so maybe you just draft his replacement in that regard, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, you already know that Justin Jefferson is a superstar, and Jefferson, probably has 7, 8, 9 years left of his prime. He's only 24 years young, and he's probably going to be hitting a long-term deal in his late 20s. So take care of. Again, you're not going to improve this team by continually dealing your young superstars. Now, older players, yes, I fully understand that, but foundational pieces, tent poles of your franchise, no. Again, I guess never say never. Say a team like, I don't know, like we say this a bunch, like what's stopping the Chiefs from offering 3 first-round picks and like George Karlaftis for JJ? What's stopping them? Or if you're the Texans, like you already got Stroud, you already got Tunsil, you already got Will Anderson. What's stopping you from again? Not the stupid trade offer that Texans fan put out, but the first rounder and Tank Dell and a future second round pick. No, if you're the Texans, 3 1s and a starter for Justin Jefferson. No, Dolphins are good. Oh, if you're the Lions, no, don't even say that. That'd be ridiculous. Or Baltimore. I don't know. Like again, I understand this is part of the game and the whole will they, won't they thing. I just want them to take care of JJ. I want him to retire in purple. He's the face of the franchise. He's a game changer. He's a game wrecker for opposing defenses. And whoever the Vikings get for their quarterback of the future, his best friend is going to be Justin Jefferson. And I think that the Vikings could have not only one of the best, but the best passing attack in the league, even though we don't have Mahomes. Anyways, ESPN says, bold move for the Vikings trading JJ. No. That's all. Anyways, happy Friday. You guys are the best. Skull, no production value.